Hi, I'm Jules T and welcome to my channel. It's the year end as I'm recording this, and I want to share with you one of the best Christmas present I gifted to myself. When it came by post, Vivy Yusof, I was so happy because she signed on my book. So I found her when I was reading an article in the news, and it was something about a local entrepreneur. So I checked her out on Instagram, on YouTube. She has a large presence there, and she's an entrepreneur, she's a working mom, and she has 4 kids to tend to, and this really strong social presence in the social media. She was able to do it all, and even writing this book itself is just so amazing. I got inspired to do book reviews when I watched her book reviews because it's so positive. I like her positiveness, whether it's in a good time or bad time. She makes it all so light and happy, and that's the person I inspire to be, and I hope that I'm able to inspire people just like what she did. I'm just a little small fry, but with her influence and her encouragement, even though she doesn't know I exist, she's my mentor in my life. So I want to talk about this book that she wrote about. I actually did what she did too. I'm really such a copycat actually. So she gave one of her tips is when she read books, she will write all these notes at the back of the book. So this is the front, this is the back, and after every chapter that she read, she will take down notes on what she learned. So I was actually too excited to read every chapter. I just didn't want to spend time writing, so I read the whole book, and then I reread the book again, noting all the notes for every chapter. So Vivi, there's not enough white pages for me to write. Okay, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that first page was just half a page, so it's just 3.5 pages. I have so much to write, so much to learn from her. I hope one day she will see this book review. But anyhow, just reading this book has already made my day. So one of the things I learned from her is that when you want to do something, just do it. Don't look for excuses to delay things. For example, setting up a website. I'm in the area of IT, and I know when you are trying to build something new, it takes about half a year to do it. But she was so determined to set up her website that she actually did it in a month. Of course, it was not all perfect, but it had all the necessity. So remember this: when you want to build a solution, you don't need to have all the frills. You just need to know what is important to your company, what's important to your users, and just have it that. That's the thing. I was really impressed. She actually completed her SPM and A levels in the same year. Oh my god, who does that? Even the smartest student I know in my school or my family, they can't even do that. I mean, Vivi, you're really kiasu, but this is really a level above what I expected. If you can do it, it makes us think, oh, Malaysians, kita boleh. I never thought it was possible, and you actually set that expectations for us that we can do better than we think we can. It's all in the mind. So you should know what you want in your life and do what you think you can be good at. Stop looking at parents for guidance. Be the person that you're supposed to be, because you have your life and you live only once. Live the dream you have in your mind, not your parents. Another thing she said about as a leader, don't cause panic. That's true. Don't panic. As a leader, never show that you are worried about something. It's okay to be human, but you must always be there to hold the fort for your team, so that your team knows, hey, I can rely on you. And no matter how much you trust the person, always have a black and white, because you never know what will happen in the future. You can't predict it. In the business of entrepreneurship, It is often that you want to follow what your competitors are doing, and she did that. So Zalora was one of the main competitors for FashionValet. They were trying to copy a lot of things from Zalora. So the key point is, what works for a competitor may not work for you. So you have to find what makes it work for you and focus on that. Everyone has different strengths, so you don't have to copy the strength of others. Just look at yourself and what are your best strengths. And in terms of fundraising, especially if you're starting up a company of your own, always plan ahead. Don't get funds when you are desperate, because when you're desperate, you might not have good deals. Another lesson she shared in her business is to be proactive instead of being reactive. And don't wait for things to happen and then fight against it. Instead of think of creative solutions, how you want to overcome it. So they had this problem of insufficient stocks in their company, and it was difficult to sell to their end customers when their suppliers are not able to provide sufficient stocks. So what they did was so creative. They got local designers to design exclusively for them. So you see that now we have this duck scarves that she produced on their own, and this duck model actually became more successful than her original model of being of the customer consignee model, where she gets clothes from the local designers and then become the third party and sell it to end customers. So by designing her own brand, she actually was able to get people to be very interested in her brand. Eventually this duck brand was doing much better than her original business model, and therefore she actually changed her model and focused solely on the duck brand. It's good to have a plan, but don't put too much faith in it, because things around you change. You need to be adaptable. If you're not adaptable, you follow the plan too rigidly, it's going to crash. What I like about her is her concept of life. Life can be very colorful if you choose to be. As a social influencer, there'll be this 10-20% of people who are internet trollers. They are jealous of your success and they want to take you down. So you can choose on how you want to respond to it. So you can choose to make your life all color and smiles, and to be an advocate to uplift other people with optimism in life. And if you are focused on getting something that you really want, then obsession is the key to success. If you really want something that bad, then you need to spend time to make it happen. I'm always called the copycat. Whenever I see something doing right for other people, then I want to follow that trend. But she says this, she put it in the right way, that you don't have to follow the trend. If it doesn't feel natural to you, don't do it. Don't follow a trend that doesn't suit your character, your brand. Don't be pressured to join the pack. You have to know what you stand for. People can see right through you, your authenticity. So be real with yourself, be consistent. You will attract the people who are having the same mindset as yourself. One thing she shared about advice from her father is life is about B to D. You're born and then you die. But what happens in the middle? It's C. B, C, D, C. So C is actually your choice. What are the choices that you make in life? Choose one that fits you best and commit to it till the end. Another thing that was quite encouraging is about parenthood. I remember going for a holiday trip with my girlfriends together with our kids, and we thought that, hey, we can spend more time together. At the end of the night, we were all screaming at the kids. I was screaming at my kids and their kids, and they were screaming at my kids and their kids, and then we end up sitting at the dinner table with all our faces flustered out from screaming at the kids, and we're like, oh, is this a holiday? But the kids, on the other hand, they were having the best times of their holidays. Parenthood is actually a test of your stress level, and because it tests you to the highest limits, and it makes you actually stronger to be able to overcome anything. If you can be a parent, you basically can overcome lots of other challenges ahead of you. You actually realize that you can endure more than you actually thought you could. And being a leader also means that we must have the mental strength to be able to settle things out on our own, not run to your mommy, daddy, oh, I need help. So you must be able to see the problem at a different angle and try to best fix it in the way you think best possible. So remember, what's in your mind is really important. If you focus on growth, you will grow. If you focus on shit grows. So whenever you meet with difficult situations in your life, people are trying to pull you down, remember this. Remind yourself of all the amazing things around you. It will help you handle the stress a lot better. And anything that's negative, anybody that tries you, try to not let it win over you. So don't let the devil win against you. When you are able to control your thoughts, you are able to control your actions. Remember, problems never stop. You know, it's not like Disney movies that you always have a happy ending. You need to be realistic. Problems will never stop, and it's how you handle these problems that will take you to the next level. So I hope you liked this book review. I enjoyed it so much. I really hope Vivy will see my book review and give me a thumbs up and a like, because I'm really grateful to you that you have stepped into my life. Even don't know it, you have given me a lot of inspiration in my life to move on during my lowest moments in life. Thank you.